Creating a complete app in Lovable in 20 minutes. Lovable AI tutorial for beginners 2025. In this video, I will be showing you how to create a complete app in Lovable using AI step by step. So Lovable is an AI-powered app builder that can turn your ideas into fully functioning applications with real screens, real logic, and real back-end workflows without needing to write any code. So in the case of Lovable, you simply describe what you want and it generates the app structure, it generates the UI and the features. Now, it is perfect for beginners, it is perfect for entrepreneurs, content creators, and anyone who wants to build an app fast without touching traditional development tools. So let's get started and build an app from scratch. All right, so in order to get started, let's just take a look at our workstation. Now over here, what we have at the top is the title. It says Nicole's Lovable. And when we go down, you can see that I have the free plan. And here are the settings. You can change any settings for your plan, and then you have invite members, so you can invite any members. It means that Lovable functions. It means that with Lovable you can work. It means that you can work as a team on a Lovable by inviting your members. So you can create a team, you can invite members, and you can work together. You can generate an app right from scratch. Now, if you go down, you can see the credits, and then you have all your workspaces. Now, I currently have a one workspace. If I click here, you can create a new workspace. So in order to create a new workspace, you go here and you give it a name, and then you continue. So I'm not going to do that, just going to go back, and then that is how you can create a new workspace. And now, and that is it for this drop down. So that was it for the drop down. What I just clicked now by accident was this. You can class the sidebar over here. Now what you're going to do is you can go to your project. This is home and this is the search section. You're going to go down to the projects. You have any projects which have been shared with me. So any projects that have been shared, you can view those here. There is the start option. What we're going to go to is all projects. Down here we have resources for discover and templates and learn. So I usually really like to view templates and see what kind of already set options are available. So at the templates over here, you can start from a template to build your next project. You can start from here to build your next project. You have an architect portfolio, you have an e-commerce store, an event platform, a photographer portfolio, visual gallery. So there are available a lot of options over here, and these are templates for different kinds of projects. So now let's go back to all our projects over here and see what we can do here. So it says the title over here is projects. You can change that as well. Now we're going to come down here and we're going to click on create new project. So in order to create your app, you're going to go over to this text box over here and you are going to type in what kind of an app you need. You need to describe your app. So because this is AI generated, you need to explain a little bit about your app, what kind of an app you want. You're going to type that in. I have written create a task management app, with projects, tasks, deadlines, and a progress dashboard. So I'm going to give it that command and then let's see how much of it can be fulfilled. So now all I had to do was just describe my idea and write it into the prompt box. And what happens now is that Lovable reads your description and it is instantly going to start generating the entire app layout for you. The screens, the navigation, and the core pages, it is going to generate everything. It is going to take just a little while, but while that is happening, and we're almost there. So while that is happening, we can just wait for a little bit. So after a few moments, you are going to see a full preview of your app here on the right. So on the right over here, we are starting to see some things, but not a full preview yet. So we are going to see the full preview soon. And on the left, you are going to see all the generated screens, pages, and components. So over here, we're going to get the screens and pages and components. It is just getting ready. All right, so it has been generated, and over here on the right, we have a live preview. As you can see up here, this is the preview, and you can see that Lovable has generated what we asked it to do. I asked it to create a task management app. This is the task dashboard, and I wanted it to include projects and tasks and deadlines. So let's take a look at what has been generated. Now there are total projects. We have widgets over here, and we have a visual representations. So there are total projects. We have completed tasks, and there are some tasks in progress and some that are overdue. Now this is just a hypothetical scenario which we are being presented with, and then we can once we like this and we keep this, we can make changes to whatever sections that we like. So this is we are going to get a basic setup, and then we can go ahead and refine it as much as we like and get to the exact idea that we had in mind, or maybe sometimes even better than that. So next we have our projects. So we have the for example, when we are going to have projects, it is going to be displayed like this. It says website redesign, that could be one project. Marketing campaign, that could be another project. And then there are the tasks within it, and then a percentage display of how much has been done and how much hasn't. Then we have a mobile app, which is build the iOS and Android app. So that is also a task. So this is how you can manage your tasks. So this is how the tasks will be displayed if we continue with this app. Over here is another widget, and it displays the task distribution, how much is completed and how much is in progress. So this is pretty neat. There are a lot of colors, and it has a nice layout. And then down here we have upcoming deadlines. These are the deadlines displayed in red. It is color coded. So this is pretty neat. Now let's look over here and see there is a written review. So there is a written review, so we can see it says over here in detail what kind of an app has been created and what things it has taken into consideration. Now it says that it is going to create a modern task management app with a sleek dark theme inspired by Linear and Notion. So we have a sleek and dark theme, and we can visually see that the design is also sleek and dark. Then we have the design, which says a dark mode, a teal accent color, and a clean. So, and then the features are dashboard stats, project cards with progress, and task management with deadlines and status. So we also have a written review of what things have been taken into consideration. Now it says to set up the design system and components. And then it is also giving us instructions on what is next. So it is the AI is really helping us through the whole process while it is working and taking information from us, asking us for input. It is also guiding us on what to do next and how to get the best out of it, or how to reach the end result that is desired by us. So when it says refine and customize, it says adjust colors, add task descriptions, or modify layouts via prompts or visual edits. Then it says master prompting. Use chat mode to plan features without making edits. So over here, we can practically, physically, or visually see and make those edits. Whereas over here, we can write it in text and we can discuss those options. Now, in case we can't think of anything or we're not sure where to start, AI has taken care of that for us too. It has provided some options on what we can do. It says that you can add user authentication. It says you can add drag and drop, add task priorities, add calendar view, add database storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add calendar view, and there we go. Just clicked on that and the command has been generated, or the text has been generated, and I just need to send that, or I can still make changes to it if I want. So let's just send that and let's see what is going to happen. So it says a remix project. By remixing a project, you will create a copy that you own. So let's just click remix. All right, so once that command has been sent, what it says here is that the AI says that it will create a calendar view component and add a view toggle to the dashboard. So a calendar view has been added. It says over here in text, and when we move over to the preview over here, we can see that up at the top right, we have a dashboard button to view the dashboard, and then we have a calendar button to view it in calendar view. and just toggle that, and down here we have the calendar view. That was so simple and straightforward. Otherwise, if you want to see the code, now this is what you would have to code in order to get that. So this is so neat. You do not have to touch the coding at all if you do not like it, or if you do not know it, if you're not interested and you want to save time. You just do not go there and simply just type in what you want and it is there. So let's go back to the dashboard view and here. Now, if there's anything else we would like to add, we can try adding a weekly calendar or add a task filters. Yes, I would like to add task filters. So we selected that. Text is written. Just going to send that. Do not want to view the remix. And so it has been remixed. Let's click on preview. And there we go. It has been updated. The filtering UI has been added. It says over here that it will create a reusable filter component and integrate it into both views. Now, over here in the visual, we can see this is where the filter is. You can filter any of the projects. You can filter out the statuses, and you can select a date range. So these filters have been added. And this is the code for it. So if you want to make any changes, or refine it in any way, you can do that. So as you can see, while we are going along, we generated a basic idea, a basic overview of an app that we had an idea for. And then as we go along, we are adding details. We have added calendar view, we've added filters. So as you view it, it is so much simpler to view and add anything else that you think is needed. This is so convenient and simple and straightforward. It is all generated by AI. You do not have to use so much of your brain. Just be creative, think, and ask Lovable to do so, and it does so instantly. Now, what else you can do over here is, this is preview, so we are in the preview mode. Beside it, you can design. If you click on design, you can actually come over here and make changes in terms of theme and in terms of visual edits. So you can click this and you can go to themes, and this is the current theme which you can edit. So there is so much detail in here, and all the colors, all the details, you can change those. So let's change this to white. Now see, we just made a change and this is how it looks. Now you can go to the secondary text here and you can decide to change that to a different color. And there we go, that has been changed as well. So there are, you have the base, you have card, you have all these kinds of options to select from. And this is so detailed, but you do not have to do this manually and go and do all these things. All you can do when you go to design, what you can do is simply just in case you want to make changes to one thing. For example, I like this highlighted color, but for example, if you want it to be a muted color, you can just go select this option and change that. So this is what you should be doing. I mean, if you're here on Lovable using AI to create an app, then why use so much of your time and energy by doing all the nitty-gritty and everything on your own? You just come here, you ask for design, and it just work manually on something which is completely unacceptable, or you really don't like and you need to change. So you can change that through the design button over here, related to themes and related to visual edits. You can also edit visually. See, if you click here, you can change this. There are going to be so many options. I already know. You can change the color, you can change the spacing, the border, and the effect. And then you also have some other advanced options as well. So you can change this area, you can change the whole area and these individual areas and these areas within it. So this is a super detailed, and this is, you can also realize from here that these are details that you did not have to do and they were generated by AI for you. And then you have the code and you have the analytics. So not interested in that. We are simply interested in designing an app for ourselves, and that is how you do it on Lovable. So I know there are a lot of other things to consider before publishing your app or publishing your project, but what you're gonna do, there are lots and lots of things to consider. But what we're gonna do now is that we are just going to consider that you are happy with your app. So once you are happy with your app, you have fixed everything according to what you like. What you are going to do is you're going to click on the publish button, which is going to appear on the top right corner of your project. You're going to click on publish, and as soon as you do that, you are going to get a live URL that you can then you can share it with your clients, or you can use it yourself, or you can send it to your team members, or whatever you want to do with that URL. So you're going to get that URL, and your app is now fully live and hosted. So you can always come back to the editor to make updates. Lovable updates the live version automatically. So what you're going to do, you're just going to go over everything. Once you're happy with it, you're going to click on publish, and your app is going to be live. Now everything in your app should be working correctly, as long as the data and logic are connected correctly. Your app will be working perfectly. So that is it. That is how simple and straightforward it is. And this is a very shortened version, and there are a lot of steps and details that you can go into in deciding what is going to be included in your app. But this is just for a beginner version and giving you a short walkthrough of what you can do, how you can make a lovable app. So that is it. That is how to create a complete app in Lovable in 20 minutes. Lovable AI tutorial for beginners 2025. So whenever you are working with a Lovable, one thing that you want to make sure is that as soon as you get your app generated, or you get the preview, what you want to do is you want to click through each generated screen, and which would help you see how well the AI understood your prompt. So usually it's surprisingly accurate, but you can always generate sections, or you can tweak the layout. So this is one of the best features. You always get a real working starting point with Lovable, and then you can refine it to match your exact idea. Another thing that you want to consider with Lovable is that you always want to rename your pages and your sections clearly. This is going to help when you are building bigger apps later. So this is a habit that you want to develop from the very start. You also want to make sure that when a Lovable updates the preview instantly, a Lovable does always update the preview instantly, and you want to make sure that you can see how the UI behaves with your real data fields. So this step makes your app fully functional instead of just a static screen. So you definitely want to see how the UI behaves with your real data fields. Now, another neat thing that you can do with Lovable is that you can add AI features to your app. So Lovable also lets you add AI features inside the app that you are building. So although this is already an AI, which is helping you generate an app, it can help you generate an app which has AI features inside of itself as well, which is so interesting. So what you're going to do for that is you just want to click on add component. So you are going to go over to the side and click on add component over here, and you're going to add an AI assistant or choose a text input with AI. So you can create for AI, for in case of ideas. Now, if you're wondering what kind of AI assistant you can add to your app, what you can do is you can add an AI note generator. So in my app over here, I could have a small, or at the top, you know how we have Sidekick and AI generators. You can have a button over here which you would press, and you would get the AI agent for your app. And what it's going to do is it could maybe be an AI note generator, or you could have a lot of AI agents, and it could be an AI task creator. So it could create tasks for you, or it could be an AI summarizer. It could summarize text for you. It could be an AI suggestions panel, which could give you suggestions. So all you need to do is describe what kind of what the AI feature should do. For example, let's type in add component. So now here we are, and we are getting some suggestions of what kind of a component I want to add. So what I'm going to write over here, it says that your request to add component is quite broad, so it needs it to further narrow it down. So now I'm going to write in add an AI assistant. So there we go. I have typed in more detail. I've written add AI assistant and AI note generator. So I'm just gonna add remix. All right, and that is what the AI is telling me. I need to allow this. So we're just gonna click allow and let's see. And I have allowed it. So now what else it is informing me is that this can't be undone once enabled. So once it's going to be enabled, it cannot be undone. Also, because we did not go through all of the steps of creating our app, what is left is you need to complete backend and AI models out of the box. So there is, I need to do this built-in backend, add an LLM to the app, and free usage. So these are some things that need to be done. And once those are done, the AI note generator would be created and it would be displayed over here. So that is how you are going to add an AI assistant to your app through another AI, the AI being Lovable. So Lovable and AI is going to help us create an app which has an AI assistant within it itself. So that is pretty neat.